Sanibonani. Namgelekile. Kwinkqubo yethu yanamhlanje.
Yo, that was whack.
Tadlala, guys. Welcome. We are very sorry that it took us so long to return with a new video, but I did keep my promise. And I dropped new music on my birthday.
Fire.
Yes, and yeah, just let me know below. Wow, Tana, here's your head, dog.
Oh,
You just showered. Hi, go.
sorry.
For real?
Kidding.
Don't mind him. So just let me know what you guys think of the songs, which are your favorites, what a girl should do better, you know.
All of them are my favorite.
No, so sweet. So cute.
Yeah, it's dope. It's a dope EP, shame out. Yeah, like, yo, I
It was
tried.
unfinished, like it's no lie.
No, like, we know it's unfinished, hence unfinished EP. But, like, wanna, like, as, like, it's just artistry.
Okay,
It was
I'll
just.
take that. Thanks.
Yeah. But anyway.
Yes, moving along. We're back with another video. If you're new here, please hit subscribe, like this video if you enjoyed it. What else do people do here?
They
Comment. Don't say talk.
Oh, also the reason why we only came back to you guys now is because a lot of things were happening and I was writing exams and like
Yeah, my nigga's on his
honors.
second degree,
It's
you
like
know?
it's crazy, man. It's crazy stuff.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so proud of you.
Just doing the best I can, you know.
Yeah.
Glorify God, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. That's what
I feel you. And speaking about the glory of God, so we just what?
Yeah, it's dead.
That was hot.
That was dope.
You make me glad. Speaking about the glory of God.
Today we're gonna speak about our new lives as like our new lives and how that came about. Like in terms of today's hot. In terms of what we are and what we will be in the next forever. Yeah.
So to just relieve you guys from the suspense, we'll just start the story last year, right? So last year around, was it April, May?
Yeah, after my birthday. So yeah, April.
Yeah. So I was like very sick. Well, not very sick, but I'm a person who doesn't usually get sick. So whichever kind of sick to me is very sick because I don't get sick. So I was sick and yeah, man, I was just like having these weird things. It started with a yeast infection. Do you still remember that?
Oh yeah.
I had a yeast infection.
Wait, what are you having? Like, you started drinking and eating. What's this thing?
Garlic
and
plain yogurt.
Yeah, like all the weird things. I was like, like what?
No, because I was like YouTubing and asking like what's like a cure for yeast infection because it's very common. But like, yeah, I was like weird because I've never had a yeast infection. So that happened and I was like, hey, what is happening with me? Like I was just using this natural things because I'm not really a medicine person. And then, yeah, like I think then I had a stomach ache. Ne?
I don't remember the stomach ache.
Like, but something was wrong. Like I was feeling nauseous and stuff.
Yeah.
And then I was like, okay, I'm gonna go home, like find out what this is.
While I was at work still, like you're going through the most.
Yeah, and then I remember because I also don't know how to vomit, so I remember I had a sausage. You remember that sausage?
Oh yeah.
Guys, like my friends, you know, when you're living at res and then there's like, yeah, guys, a sale. So I bought like a sausage, like I think it was like 10
like
trays.
Yeah.
And then I had one, and it was so delicious when Sisipo cooked it. Then I cooked it for myself, and I bought them. And then I was like, maybe I didn't cook it right. And then I tried it the second time. I was like, And then I gave it away on WhatsApp. Like anyone wants a tray sausage, because you know, res guys, we are really, really like poor.
Really.
So yeah, that happened, and just like weird things were happening, and I started like vomiting when I was eating all brands. And I was like, and then I went home, and then I asked my mom, like, yeah, what should I do? She's like, you should go to the clinic. And she was like, also, aren't you pregnant? And I was like, that's not a possibility because you and I were celibate, right?
Celibate.
Yeah, so we took a decision because we were really struggling, Shem. I won't even lie. Let's be upfront and honest.
Yeah.
We were struggling.
Definitely,
to,
man.
Like, abstain from sex.
And the thing is, it was a matter of like, we didn't cut down the things that made us do that, you know, to made us have sex. So it was like a matter of, I was not gonna be willing to be like, I'm not gonna go to your room, or like, I'm not gonna sleep over, you know.
We were still putting each other in like compromising spaces and situations. Yeah, so we didn't have like boundaries as to stop having sex. So we would still come over, would still spend time in the room, cuddle, and then we'd fall, and we'd feel so bad afterwards.
Yeah, and then like, I think, when was it? I think maybe March. We took the decision like, no, this is not godly, this is not part of our walk, this is not what God wants. And so,
and you could feel it like right after.
Yeah, man, like it didn't.
We'd always pray afterwards, like, ask God for forgiveness.
God, forgive me. God, I know I'm wrong. You know?
Then the next day, still come over. Still sleep
It was
over.
whack, shame.
Like, God was like good children, actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that happened. So there was no way, because after we took the decision, we really, really stuck to it. I think for 2 months, we're like, yeah, we're celibate. Sure. And then my mom was like, okay, I went home. She was like, okay, you know what, just go to the clinic. There's a day clinic nearby. So I went. And I got there and then did the things. So they like made me pee and did a test. And then the sister like called me and this other lady. She's like older than me into like this room. Then she asked how old I was, how old she was. And then she was like, oh, so you gave yourself a 21st birthday. You're pregnant. Congratulations. And I was there like, surely you're not talking to me. Like, can we do this test again?
Yeah.
Like, I was just like, nah, man. God wouldn't, you know? Because now we've got it. Like, now we're sticking
Finally,
to it.
man.
So why would God do that to us? So I was like, no, this lady's wrong. And I was like, it's fine. Like, I'll do this thing that she wants me to do, but I know eventually a point will be proven. Like, she's wrong.
Yeah.
And then she was like, okay, just go to the maternity side. So I went with this lady. This lady was like not having it. Like, hey. And she's married and she has like kids already. I asked her and she was like, no, my husband's not going to be happy about this. I'm like, wow, you shouldn't have done it, you know. And I was like, wow, you shouldn't have done it.
You should definitely.
Yeah.
Bad person. I'm kidding. Yeah, no, I'm kidding.
Fine, guys. So I went and I was literally laughing like the whole time because I was such in disbelief. And then I had counseling and then I had to do like tests again. And I think the last test was when it was like really setting in that, girl, you are pregnant. And then the nurse was like really, really sweet and she was just saying, there's no reason for you to not have this baby. And for me, like, it was just like God's voice. And also I just had this peace, like, yeah, I'm gonna have these kids. And one thing is, Tana, I've always thought of myself, if I were to ever have kids, I'd be a single parent.
Yeah.
Like, that's always been a thing, you know. So I was like, I didn't even think of you, like, how would that impact you and whatnot. I was just like, having this kid, you know, I just saw me raising this kid by myself.
Yeah. That's intense. You never told me that before.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Now you know. And so, yeah, like, I found that out. And then she was like, no, you'll be fine, man. I was like, yo, my mom is going to be very, like, angry. She was like, well, it's a very natural response for a parent. She wasn't expecting this of you, but it's not the end of the world. And if you have the means to take care of the baby, then I think you should have the baby. You're going to make an awesome mom. And she was just, like, being really, really sweet, you know. And looking back now in retrospect, I really think God brought her at that moment to just reassure me that, yo, you can do this.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Don't try to second guess this decision. Because really, it was just, I don't think I would have been okay. And I think I told you this, that if I were to abort the baby, things would never be the same. So fine, I went home. Then when I was working, then it really, really sank in, kind of that I'm going to go in I have to tell my mom. And I was so scared. I was so scared that I was like, I have to come in and tell her. I can't even greet anyone. Like, I just have to go in the room and tell her. Just tell her, then the rest will be history. Because if I was like, hi, no, I'm not going to do it. So I walked in. My mom was in bed. She had an operation.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I was like, I thought my mom knew this term. You know, it's like a lingo. I was like, yo, mama, expert.
Is that a lingo? I
don't know where I heard it from.
What? Expert.
No, like spart.
Spart.
I don't know where I heard that from. So anyway, I was just like telling my mom I'm pregnant, and then she was like, "Wena, you can never be. You can never be. You are dating umzalwane." Literally, that's what she said. And I was like, "Yo, what's that?" And my mom was like not having it, and then she was like, she's very disappointed. Like, yo, Shem, you could like tell, man, her face, like.
I can imagine, Shem.
Yo, she was heartbroken. You know, that was the worst. Like, that was the worst for me. And then she was like very disappointed in me. She didn't expect this of me. We had plans. How could I be so stupid? Because we spoke about this prevention, like everything. She's been a teenager and pregnant before, so she sort of like thought I was gonna learn from that and be better than she was. And I think at that moment my mom's dreams are just crumbling down for me.
Yeah.
In the sense where I'm gonna be like her, you know, not to reach my full potential of whatever I wanted to do now because I have a child. And I just had this thing. I was just asking God inside, yo, God, may you please like restore this moment in my life. May you just restore my mother's disappointment. May you just restore our relationship, because I knew after this it's over, you know. And then she asked if I had told you, and I was like, nope, not yet. And then she asked where you were. I was like, you're at work right now. And then I was at home because it was the weekend. She was like, no, then you need to go to Rez. Then asked to meet with her.
During your sickness, when you told me about your sickness, every time I walk into work, and because I worked for a property company, and it's like, but like it was an online property company, and so whenever I walked in and I told my friend Ukamo, and Ukamo was like a real close friend of mine, and I'll be like, yo, Kamo, bruh, like Ulindo akoko grand, like she's not good. And he'd laugh and he'd be like, ah, she's pregnant, bro. I'm like, you funny, like, yeah, lachisa. But no, bro, like, oko. And I'll tell him, like, no, she's feeling nauseous. No, blah, 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 blah. I'm like, no, Kamo dog, like, she is not pregnant.
Why have you never told me about?
Oh, I didn't tell you?
No.
Oh, yeah, now you know. So, every time, because Mna and Ukamo would sit next to each other in the office, because he was my mentor. And then, so like I tell him everything, like he knows everything. And when I told when I told him the symptoms more and more, it was a matter of like, yeah, except, bruh, like, could this be a thing? But
so it crossed your mind?
It crossed my mind, but like once out of, you know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Now, same with me when I was Googling for the yeast infection. The first thing was like pregnancy, but I was like, okay, scratch that.
It's not us.
It's not definite, you know. I was looking for all the other things.
No.
Guys, pregnancy. Yeah. And then, so I went back to Rez.
And you called me, what?
I called you first. I was like, please, let's meet.
I was like, yo,
we need to talk.
And your tone of voice wasn't lovely. It wasn't engaging. It wasn't genuine. It wasn't warm. It was like, come over.
We need to talk.
We need to talk.
And you were like, are you okay? You're worrying me now. I'm like, no, I can't tell you over the phone. You need to come over. What were you thinking, Stan?
I wasn't thinking anything. TBH. I wasn't thinking anything. I was just like, okay, I'm worried. Yeah, that's it.
He came over.
Yo.
And he walked in.
Walked in the door. She sat me down.
No, it was dark. You remember?
Yeah, because I came out of the office late.
And I didn't have the energy to turn on the lights. Like, that's how I was like, hey.
Yeah, I walked in, bruh. Yeah. I remember her telling me to sit down next to her. And I was like, Aibo. and
We were sitting like this,
we were sitting like this.
facing the balcony.
Yeah. At Forest Hill. Yeah, like, and then she told me the news, and literally my response was dead silence.
You
I
were
was
like,
this,
not moving.
and
And you started shaking.
I wasn't shaking.
So you started shaking, I swear.
Bro.
You started shaking.
That's a lie, bro.
God knows the truth, it's fine.
Anyway, so like a lot of things were crossing my mind, like what does this mean? What am I gonna do? Okay, yeah, and then she sat me down. I was thinking all these things, né? And it was a matter of like I don't know what to do. What am I gonna do next? So anyway, like times went, you know, like she was pregnant, her stomach was going bigger, and all these things. I started telling my friends, started telling my pastor, told my mom and dad. That was an issue, but anyway. That was like a deep thing. Oh, Asenat.
Yo.
And when I went to Asenati, bro,
I just, like, I was so vulnerable, man.
Asenati.
And I knew, like, he was, like, gone.
Asenati.
So I needed someone, like, who was not going to judge me, who's been in this type of situation before.
You know a woman of God that has gone through something, né, and can say to you with surety and with no, like, looking like down on you or... I don't know, man. It's the genuine thing, but bruh, you guys, you got this, you know. And that's the thing I got from her, you know. Besides her, like trying to make me feel comfortable, feel good, you know, it happened, and she's like, you know. But you know, this is the responsibility that you bear, and you'll be fine.
Yeah, no. So we walked over to a Woolsack, and then we got to a room. We told her the news, and she was just like, blessing. That's all she sees is a blessing. And she was like, yes, God knows that you sinned, and then there was a result of that, but don't like look at your kids as like they are a product, like a sin, you know, the type of thing. Like they are still a blessing from God, and this was the way for them to come to the earth.
Yeah.
And yeah, like that we should be like, now sure it's very, you know, mopey and sad and gloomy, but she just sees blessings coming our way. And she was very excited. Of course, we were like, we don't see what she's saying. Like, we were in the present. Like, we are going right now. And then we walked out together because you had to go home. Yo, I was tired. Like, oh, let me give you a hug. I thought of you. I was like, you have to tell your mom and your dad.
Yeah.
Like,
that was intense, man. Thing is also, guys, just the background of myself. We lived in Kenilworth, and we moved to Montana, which is much more closer to our family. Bigger space, much bigger. So I had my own room, everything, you know, nice place. But with all of that, I am the only child. So like, the pressure from school, since high school, there was pressure. But it was a good pressure, man. Like, it was nothing, you know. Yeah. Yeah. So that means everything you do, you know, it's big, you know. So me having to tell them, bah, my girlfriend is pregnant. Oh, you man.
Your first girlfriend.
You're my second girlfriend, son. You're my second girlfriend.
You're a liar.
Son, like I know I didn't date a lot, but I definitely did have a girlfriend.
You said that was your first serious relationship. Well, then they don't count. That doesn't count if you're serious.
Count. Okay, no, like it was a matter of like shame, and I was like, yo, I like you, not you, my ex. Like I like you, and we had a thing for like a month.
It's only one serious, so it doesn't count.
We were together.
No, why are you trying to defend this?
I'm not defending.
It wasn't serious. It wasn't there. We don't count it.
We don't count it.
Sorry, girl.
She was a good person, but she was not
serious.
Yeah,
of course she was a good person.
She was great.
You were the terrible person.
I was whack.
You were F-boy. So, moving on. Thanks.
Moving on.
Yeah, like I was just thinking, like, what are your parents gonna say? And then I remember I asked you, like, besides my decision on the matter, would you keep the baby?
Bro, not. You know, when you're under pressure, like, I want you to know, guys, like, being a Christian is also not a easy thing. So when the pressure hits, it's like a matter of, are you gonna stay with what you believe and who you believe in, or you're just gonna compromise? And that night, my thoughts compromised, and it was a matter of, when she asked me, yo, I'm gonna keep, it was like, yo, what's not it? No, like, there's so much at stake. Let me, yo, this baby doesn't need to be here. Brand is teen, like, you know, abortion, definitely, you know. But then again, it was like, but I believe God doesn't allow abortion. That's murder, you know, all these things. And that sort of battle happened in my head, and it kind of happened with you also, because I would just regurgitate whatever I said.
With me.
Yeah, man, that's me.
I didn't second guess that I was gonna keep the baby. It was a thing of, I wanted to know how you felt about it, and I think my second guessing came from me wanting to keep you, like our relationship, and then you knowing by now, this baby, if we have it, you know, or like things are gonna change, man, regardless. So I knew. That's why I'm saying I always imagined myself as a single mom, and in my head I was like, you can go, because that's what I'm used to. Like, that's what I'm used to. Like in my family, like just people I see. It's a thing of people have babies and they separate. You know, I was born and my parents are not even together, so it was very normal for me if you had wanted to leave.
Best believe I was never gonna leave, Shame.
That I knew you were not gonna leave, but I was like, maybe you'd want the abortion, and you did that night. You were like, you were 90-10 or were you 80-20? we used 100. We were like, okay, abortion, where are you?
Yeah, I'm feeling 80%.
You were like 80% abortion, 20%.
The next day it was 60%.
Yeah, then the next day it was just.
Yeah, just
you
that.
Were like,
yeah.
You were like, no, Stando, actually.
You need to.
I'm resolute.
Yeah.
Let's keep this baby.
Yeah.
And then you told your folks.
Told my folks, bro.
You told your mom first.
Yeah, so I told my mom, and then told my dad. My mom was excited. I mean, obviously there was a part of her that was disappointed, but like, yo, what's not it? I'm so happy. I'm gonna have grandkids. Oh, mom. Then I told my dad. My dad was also disappointed. But that was also just like shame. And so my dad had like, I don't know, a lot of plans for my education. So he's always seen me, or always wanted me to take like masters, even PhD, and even go overseas. And so obviously having a girlfriend that's pregnant was like almost like a, you know. Not to say that I didn't share that dream. Like, I still have dreams that I want to do my masters and probably do a PhD, and probably go overseas also. But like, yeah, even now I'm still killing the game academically. I think I am still able, Shame, you know. But when I told him, yeah, man, Shame, like I didn't feel good, you know. I didn't feel good coming home. I was like, this like.
Black cloud.
Yeah, man, you know, it's black cloud. But yeah, told my pastor.
So guys, like, I think the decision to keep the baby was God, like, just really seeing that, okay, you guys, you say you want me to use you, you say, you know, and not to get us wrong, we're not saying that God was like pro the sin we were doing, but he allowed it because I think we wouldn't have learned what we know now if we would just, I don't know, because I don't even think, though we stuck to it for 2 months, I don't think we would have till we were married. I think we would definitely have fallen at some point and maybe been worse, you know. So I think he was just like, okay, just here, because God is so gracious. He was like, I'm gonna make this thing work, man, with what I have. So we'll see you guys next week, right? Now you know that I was pregnant. We'll see you next week just to carry on from the testimony, and then but for now, your boy.
Wait,
your
did
boy.
you not sing the last time or rap? Oh, that was the Clifton thing.
We both did something. So now we start again from you.
Okay.
Always been writing.
No, guys, it's like, it's a matter of, because you do so much, and like also I take public transport to go to work, go to school. Like, what I do in those quiet times, I literally, either I'm reading the Bible or I'm writing something that glorifies God. And yeah, man, like, I've been writing a lot. I'm not saying I'm a rapper, artist. She thinks I'm an artist. I say I just write.
As a writer.
Yeah.
Writers are artists.
No, but anyway, so this is something that I wrote, and I hope you guys enjoy it. There's a beat to it.
Play the beats.
I call it, what do I call this song?
Cannibal.
No, I call it Big. I call it Big.
You said it doesn't have a title.
It doesn't
now
have a title.
Now it does.
But I call it Big.
Why do you call it Big?
I really don't know. Anyway.
Big. Biggie. Also, guys, please give us like names from Nkosinathi as a rapper. Like cool names, because he's a cool person. Like something like mellow,
Ngosi Nizi, Ngosi Krita, Ngosi Lil Drama, Lil Whoa, Lil Ngosi Brasking, Lil Drake, Lil.
Yeah, this fly is just.
Yeah, I don't know.
Just.
Yeah.
B.I.G.
Conducive production, master MC at its finest. Meditation with candles lit my cathedrals of violence. In tranquil eyes closed, I put your bars to decay. I think I found my fulfillment, the industry's been afraid. Prison walls with my demons, unleash my soul from the cage. Shivers start to break when the boy starts to walk up on stage. Yeah, my deep desire to inspire those who walk in the path, and those yearning for purpose and probably struggling with math. I cannot fathom the struggle, decisions already made. I'm steady crafting in kitchens, I'm switching up to the bake. If you reverse the recipe, you're probably cooking a pig. Hardly shaking with Davidson, hanging out with the stick.
Whoa.
But I'm the son of this David, walking in peace with my angels. My visions are shooting stars, like I was born in a stable. You find my mind hung up, stay prepared for the calling. Our studio's the pulpit, and I'm refraining from brawling, cause I punch a lot of your nerves just by using my vocal cords. Demons getting paralyzed, I'm breaking their spinal cords. I'm the man, you're the Labrador.
Wow.
Why you think you're a dog
Hey.
for? You bark with no bite. I'm the type to go break a jaw, calculate your submission just to give you a figure four. Probably going
Hey! Yeah, nigga.
Yeah.
Well, it's not the full song.
Yeah.
But my nigga can spit or what?
No, that was okay. I feel like I can do better. So just rate this bars, honestly.
You killed it. What you mean? You
Nah.
slayed it. You really did.
Yeah.
You really well done. Well done. You'll get better. Don't worry.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Okay.
Well, please, too, hit a like, hit a comment, hit a subscribe, hit a love. We love you.
We
we'll
love
see you.
you.
Thina ngoma singayicela